everybody, welcome to Liverpool. My name is Kim, our driver is Colin, and we'll give you a lovely trip round our city today. On the way round, I will point out some of our wonderful architecture, some lovely places to stop off throughout the day as well, because it is going to rain all day long, so you'll want some nice indoor places to go and visit. So I'll point them out to you. And as you know, we're the hop-on, hop-off bus. You can hop off anywhere along the way at any of our designated spots. And I will ask as we go along if you want to get off. Our buses are every half hour for you to jump back onto, right up till the last bus, which leaves the dock at 10 to 4. And you can use your tickets all day long. So getting on with our tour, I'm going to start you off over on the left there with the Albert Dock. The Albert Dock is the biggest single set of dock warehouse buildings in the world. It's about the size of 3 football pitches combined. It's by Jesse Hartley and it opened in 1846. The Albert Dock was also the very first fireproof set of dock warehouses, so not a single piece of wood in the whole of its construction. And it has been said, but I don't know how true it is, that before they brought the first goods in there in 1846, they tried it out inside with a little bonfire. And as you can see, it's still standing. Now the next building to point out to you is over on the right hand side, coming up on the next corner there. You can see a stripy building, and we call that building the Streaky Bacon Building for obvious reasons. And as we sail past it now, you may notice in the downstairs window they do have a white star. That was because it was the original home of the White Star shipping line, the line responsible for the Titanic, which went down on the 15th of April 1912. And when the Titanic went down, it was a very big loss for Liverpool, because almost 48% of the workers on board were from right here in our city, even though the ship never stopped here and it had Liverpool written right across the back. The ship was actually built in Belfast. And one of the very first things that White Star shipping line did when they heard the Titanic had gone down is walk immediately into the next office and stop the wages of everyone on board. That was good of them, wasn't it? The Maritime Museum at the Albert Dock. We're turning around now towards the pier head, home of the very famous Mersey ferries and home to the Three Graces. The Three Graces are these 3 wonderful buildings that grace our waterfront in this part of the river. Over on our left there, we've got the first of the Graces to be placed, the Port of Liverpool building, which opened its doors in 1907. It was the original home of the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board. Now the home of the City Council. With this building as the first of the Graces to be placed, they wanted it to show the grandeur of the port, and it's the beautiful central dome that does that. And the 2 women flanking the doorway there, they represent trade and industry. That's a little bit ironic, because in 1907 they didn't allow that many women into trade and industry. So the wonderful Port of Liverpool building. Turning round now, we have the Museum of Liverpool over on our left here. It's a lovely contemporary building, both outside and in. And in there you can find out all about the lives of Scousers throughout the years. Scousers is what we call ourselves here in Liverpool. And on our way round I will reference 1 or 2 of the wonderful things you can find in that museum there. We're at the pier head now, home of the Mersey ferries. We've actually had ferries on that river for just over 500 years, would you believe? The very first people to bring a ferry across were the monks from the monastery on the other side of the river. Is anyone getting off here? Every half hour if you want to